for the everybody basically paid the same price tonight, and so you can all sit in the good seats, which are within the circle right here. So feel free to come join the circle of life. Yes. We'll start on page 188. If you at the bottom. Esainai el heharim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esainai el heharim me'ayin yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri.
Gordon. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Howard Eisenstark. I don't know everybody here. And along with Roberta and Gordon, we're going to lead services tonight. And glad you could come on this post-Thanksgiving evening that we have a lot to be thankful for. Okay, first thing we want to do is light candles. And Roberta, please.
I knew there would be a stubborn one. Once more.
It's testing you.
It is. It's just testing me. It's true. I think that'll stay.
There it goes.
Whenever you're ready.
Baruch
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech
ha'olam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Wanted to start off with a poem for Rosh Chodesh Kislev. We're about a week into Kislev, and you may have noticed before the fog came on, there were some nice crescent moons in the sky this week. This is by Rabbi Yael Levy, and I just found out more about her, and she has a website. She's into mindfulness and has some interesting things to say. The month of Kislev calls us to welcome the darkness as a friend, a teacher, a guide. The mind can say no, the heart can constrict in fear, and darkness will come anyway. What if we enter this new season with inquisitive curiosity and consider it a gateway to mystery, where imagination flourishes, intuition is nourished, and messengers in many guises appear? Kislev, the darkest month of the Jewish year, calls us to break through the confines of the rational mind, to dispel the thoughts that limit what can be possible and true. Cultivate a courageous imagination, Kislev calls, and lift your eyes to what darkness will reveal. The psalmist sings, "Light shines in the darkness. Lights of graciousness, compassion, and justice shine." May this new month inspire our vision and insight. May it reveal pathways and possibilities not yet imagined. And for the sake of all life, may it call forth our bold, audacious creativity. Amen. Okay, let us turn to page 42 and sing Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni LeShalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Sechem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
May the angels stay with us and guard us. Okay, we're up to the Chatzi Kaddish.
Page 144.
Yitgadal v'yitkadosh Shemei Rabbah B'yalma devrach Chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael Bagala Uvizman Kahariv Ve'imeru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam u'olmei almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar, v'yithaleh, v'yithalal, Shemei Dekudesha Barichu, Le'lam Yinkol Berchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Da'amiran B'yalma, V'emeru, Amen. The Baruch Hu is on page 146. Please rise if you are able.
Lai la la lai la lai la lai lai. Lai la la lai la lai la lai lai. la 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
Okay. The bottom of page
149.
149. That's where we're on.
This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Page 151, bottom.
Page 151, bottom.
Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Thank you. Shema is on the next page. Well,
Did you have that?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, what?
we're going to do Ahavat Olam. So that's
Yeah,
the song.
150, yes.
Should they sit
okay.
down first or no?
Oh, they can sit down.
I think this is a good
Yeah,
key
that sounds good.
for you.
That sounds good.
Ahavat
Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadta, otanu limadta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shpocheinu uv'kumenu nasir b'tochecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'mishpotecha le'olam va'ed ki hein chayenu v'yotech yameinu uvahem negeyalom b'layla negeyalom b'layla ve'achavatcha al tazir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael ohev amo Yisrael.
The Shema is on page 152 and 3.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem כי אהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו תותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Okay. I think we're just going to go to Micha Mocha. Or are you going to read the...
Do you want to do this?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
Page 157
157 on the bottom.
at the bottom. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give it the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Page 158, Micha Mocha.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar ba'kodesh, Norah tehilot osef eleh, Norah tehilot osef eleh, malchutecha rahuvanecha, okei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, zeli anu v'yamru Adonai imo leolam va'ed. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar ba'kodesh, Norah tehilot osef
Okay, we'll introduce Hashkivenu on page 161.
On the bottom of 161 in English. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth, for with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, hapurei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us right, wrong, right. Amen. 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 Amen.
Okay, we're going to do the prayer, tefillah, the Amidah, starting on page 164. We'll sing a few of the opening prayers, and then there'll be time to have your own silent thoughts. And when you're ready, you can sit down, but now please rise if you can. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftachu,
Fi Agita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozeru Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim b'chesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. So make noflim berofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'agavurot, Umido melach, Melech memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
This is another poem, actually. Oops, sorry. Slicha. This is another poem by Rabbi Yael Levi. All of us are sacred vessels, channels through which the divine flows into this world. Each of us is uniquely formed so as to bring forth a particular aspect of the mystery. We give thanks for all of who we are. We give thanks for our places in the mysterious unfolding of all creation. We ask that our hands be open and our hearts be pure, so that our lives can be of service. And together with all beings, we will bring forth blessing.
And we're going to page 176. This is the part of the Hodah section, the giving thanks. And Gordon has added to this to make it even more beautiful.
Yeah. So we'll be singing the top of 176. It kind of jumps around, and there's English that's not there. So just letting you know, so you're not frustrated, But we'll start it with a lie like this. Lie, 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 lie. Modim anachnu lach, sha'atahu Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu, le'olam va'ed. Modim anachnu lach, sha'atahu Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei imoteinu, le'olam va'ed. Oh, give thanks for the sky above, for the new snow of December, for the spring and a summer song that the autumn winds remember. Oh, sing out for the love that grows and the life that flows within us. Oh, be glad for another day. Modim anachnu lach, sha'atahu Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu, le'olam va'ed. Modim anachnu lach, sha'atahu Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu, le'olam va'ed. Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu, le'olam va'ed.
Thank you, Gordon. Okay, our thoughts turn now to those of us who need healing, those of us who we know need healing, and includes a large part of the world, I think. I will read the names on our current list. Ilana Massey, Kevin Brackett, Kirk Whitlatch, Kathy Roto, Erin Ledon, Rachel Sadik, Michaela Cohen, Tracy Adams, Kim Stevens, Don Copeland, Nancy Pollock, Pat Shapiro, Denise Robinson, Rachel Friedman, Paula Schwartz Parville, Marty Spitz, Judy Feiner, Megan Kirschbaum, Alianza Chavez, Ralph Garber, Ahron Yitzchak, David Margulies, Brooks Painter, Harriet Lehman, Melvin Goldstein, Sherry Lefson, Robert Solomon, Mark Odenweller, Nancy Berman Brown, Rudy Zeidler, Avram Israel Ben Shmuel Levy, Michael Deller, Steve Sager, Tom West, Marilyn Sezatska, Michelle Haas, Joyce Sheffren, David Samuelson, Doug Gill. And if anybody has names to add. Thank you. And the Misha Berach prayer is on 511, maybe in other places too.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Kor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Okay. We have these seats set up this way because hopefully we'll be able to have a little discussion after my talking about the Torah portion for this week and trying to make this all connect we have a microphone even for making sure everybody is heard at home or wherever they are. First of all, as Linda Miller did very nicely last week, is giving the citations of where she got information from, and it's a very Talmudic thing to give credit for those that you are quoting. It says in Pirkei Avot, whoever reports a saying in the name of one who said it brings redemption to the world. So we've been citing sources for a long time. I got a lot of my information from Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, who, of blessed memory, was the chief rabbi of England for a long time. He's written a lot, and I like his work, as a lot of people do here. I also haven't finished, but in the middle of Rabbi Angela Buchdahl's new book, Heart of a Stranger. A very good book. I recommend it to everyone. It's a memoir, chapters ending with a nice Jewish teaching. I also like a translation from Robert Alter, who has translated the Torah into a nice, easily understandable, with lots of citations and then explanations of how he did his translation. And I recently found also the Koran Tanakh of the land of Israel. Hadn't heard of that, but it's this great series of books, at least of the 5 books of the Torah, maybe more, and each one has the Hebrew, the English translation, and a lot of information and pictures about what was going on in the Middle East in the Middle, Late Bronze Age, sort of put things into context and explain some of the things that seem strange right now. So it seems like a lot has been going on in the Torah in the last few weeks. It's only been a little over a month since the world was created, and God created the heavens and the earth, and Ki Tov, it was good every day. There was in heavens, waters, stars, and sun and moon, and things growing, and animals. And then on the last day, everything was Ki Tov, and finally the last day, humans are created, and Tov Mi'od, it was very good. But it doesn't seem like it was very good. Doesn't take long. Adam and Eve are in this wonderful place. Everything is there for them. And they have one negative mitzvah: don't eat the fruit off this tree, and knowledge of good and evil. And if you tell people not to do things, they're going to do things, and they do that, and they're kicked out of the garden. And so they have a couple of kids, and kids are doing well, and they're growing stuff, and one is growing food, and the other is growing animals and lambs and things, and they even want to give an offering to God and be nice about it, and God somehow chooses one offering over the other, gets one of them really mad, and he winds up killing his brother. Things go downhill after that, and God decides the whole thing was a bad idea and is going to just kill everybody and everything, but finds one righteous person, hopefully, who can build an ark, and it's sort of easier to sort of have a clone to start with than starting from scratch. So he saves one family, and must have been a lot of PTSD there. And Noah, at the end, winds up growing a vineyard, getting drunk, lying naked, found by one of his kids who tells his other kids, and Noah gets angry at his kid for telling the other kids, but they were nice, covered him up. Tower of Babel, after that, things weren't going that good either. Finally, we get Abraham and Sarah, and God chooses Abraham to be the father of this great nation, and things are going great. He only twice tells people around him that his wife is his sister so that he shouldn't be killed. Not sure what happened to Sarah, but God had to intervene one time to keep her safe. And it seems like probably that was something that needed to be done, plus the genealogy in the Torah is not completely clear, and Abraham says that it actually is his half-sister, and it may be, and so things people are having trouble. And then finally we get to Abraham doing a good job arguing with God about Sodom and Gomorrah. Let there be a few righteous people and don't kill everybody. Of course, God doesn't find any righteous people there. Well, a few, his cousin, his nephew Lot and his family. But it's not 10, and it's not enough. But then God tells him to kill his son, which he doesn't argue with God about, which seems interesting. And so more PTSD. Isaac is almost killed, and he doesn't talk very much after that, and winds up probably can't get a wife on his own, so Abraham has to send somebody to go get him a wife, which it turns out, and from my reading, that it was not uncommon to have arranged marriages back then, although Jacob in our Parsha this week goes and finds his own wives. So last week and this week's Parsha sort of connected. Jacob and Esau, twins, sort of competing with each other. Isaac likes Esau because he makes good food for him. Rivka likes Yaakov better, maybe because God said that the younger or the older will serve the younger, though it seems like the Hebrew is not exactly clear on all that. But Jacob listens to his mother, and, well, first he tricks his brother out of not tricks it, you would think he would be nice enough to give his hungry brother some soup and stew, but he instead gets his birthright from him and to give him the soup. And then he tricks his father into giving the blessing at the end of his life to the second-born, not the firstborn, which gets, of course, Esau very angry, and he's ready to kill his brother, but that doesn't happen. Happened once, but not again. And Jacob listens to his father, who then tells him, go find a wife from my family in Haran, a long way away. And his brother wants to kill him, so his mother says, you better get out of here. And so he goes. And that's where this Parsha starts. He leaves home. He goes out by Yetzeh. He leaves. And first thing he does is, it's a long walk. It doesn't say whether he took camels or other people with him, but it's a long way away to Haran, and he goes to sleep one night and has this vision, this dream of staircase to heaven, and God is talking to him about, again, being the father of a large nation again, and God will be with him. And he wakes up and says, I didn't know it, God was in this place. And then he goes on. And he gets to Haran, and he meets Rachel, who is the daughter of his uncle, Laban. And they fall in love, and he wants to marry her. And he asks Laban, can I marry Rachel? And Laban says, sure, just work for 7 years. And he says, that's easy. He was in love. What is time during those periods? But then he gets tricked, of course, and it's not Rachel who's in his wedding tent and bed, and it turns out it's Leah, the older sister, who he gets angry, and Jacob gets angry, of course, at that too, and talks to Laban, what'd you do? And Laban says, around here we don't marry off the younger before the older, which is sort of what Jacob did with his brother to get the blessing. So people are tricking each other, and people are having a hard time. So now he gets to marry Rachel, but he has to work another 7 years. Rachel can't have children very easily, and Leah can, and so they're jealous of each other, and they're competing, and what I did to try to connect some of this with Thanksgiving was to ask ChatGPT to write a sermon about Thanksgiving and this Parsha. And it did an actually very good job. Gave me 2 good instances of thanks. One, that Jacob was grateful that God was in this place that first night away. And also that Leah was thankful that she could have children. She eventually thanks God for that ability. At first, she's thankful she can have children and is hoping that Jacob would love her as much as he loved Rachel, though I don't think that happened. But then it goes on, and there's more trickery, and there's more running away, and it made me think that maybe these flaws that everybody has is something to be thankful for. Angela Buchdahl, in her book, talks about the flaws that people have and brings up the Kabbalistic view of the creation of the world, where God is in everything and has to contract a little bit to create the world, and then puts light into these vessels that can't hold the light of God, and they break up and they go into the world. And these shards of light and vessels are in all of us and in all of the world, and that part of our purpose being created to find this light and to find these shards and repair the world. The Tikkun Olam is from that idea of, or that mystical view of Tikkun Olam, is to find the light, the sparks of divine light in everybody, and to repair the world. And interestingly, all three. First, Rabbi Buchdahl And then I read in reading some of Rabbi Sachs' work, and then it turned out Rabbi Yael Levy, on her webpage, they all quote Leonard Cohen's anthem. And I don't know if you know that song. The chorus goes, ring the bells that can still ring, forget about your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That proves it. And that's how the light gets in. So we all have cracks, and I'm thankful that I'm not the only one. And those words, Gordon, are you still around?
He's right, he's coming.
Are you coming? My saying those words were not as nice as having Gordon sing a couple of verses.
But nicer than Leonard Cohen singing.
You think so? No. Why don't you pass out a couple of, if you want to sing along, the first couple of verses, feel free. I gave them all away.
The birds, they sing at the break of day. Start again, I heard them say, don't dwell on what has passed away or what is yet to be. Yeah, the wars, they will be fought again. The holy dove, she will be caught again. Bought and sold and bought again. The dove is never free. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. We ask for signs, the signs were sent. The birth betrayed, the marriage spent. Yeah, the widowhood of every government, signs for all to see. I can't run no more with that lawless crowd, while the killers in high places say their prayer out loud. But they've summoned up a thundercloud, they're gonna hear from me. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in.
Well, I am hoping that people might have something to say about all that. We have a microphone. If you would like to comment on any of this.
I took a course many years ago on Japanese pottery. And one of the things a potter always wanted to do would make sure there was one imperfection. It was never perfect. It was never supposed to be perfect, because only God could do something perfect, and we're all human.
I think that's something that Native Americans do too when they weave blankets and rugs, is put in a mistake on purpose. Kathleen.
I don't think I've anything profound to say, but this has always been one of my very favorite songs. And I think personally, I feel the message. I feel like if I hadn't suffered again and again and again, I wouldn't have grown. I wouldn't even be aware of spiritual possibilities. If everything had been perfect from the beginning, I would have just sailed along and not been a real person.
Yeah, Rabbi Buchdal mentioned people who did great things physically, even though they had physical problems. Was it Beethoven who was getting deaf by the end and was still composing? She puts it as that maybe not in spite of these deficits, but because of these deficits, they were able to still accomplish things. So we can use our cracks to grow, as you mentioned. Okay. Don't have to say anything else. Okay, we are going to do the Aleinu. We can
586.
586. We will open the ark.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא שמנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורר עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You can be seated. Thank you. Okay, a prayer for Israel. Roberta will read it.
This is a prayer for Israel. It's by Anat Hoffman, who is from the Israel Religious Action Center, and it was written in around 2015. In this sacred moment, give us hope for Israel and her future. Renew our wonder at the miracle of the Jewish state. In the name of the pioneers who made the deserts bloom, give us the tools to cultivate a diversity of Jewish expression in Israel. In the name of our fallen soldiers, give us courage to stand up to the words and ways of the zealots, those in our own midst and those among our neighbors. In the name of Israeli inventors who have amazed the world with their innovations, help us apply the same ingenuity to finding a path to peace. In the name of all these women and men, grant us the strength to conquer doubt and despair in Israel, replacing doubt with action, replacing despair with hope. And let us all say, Amen.
Okay. Announcements. Okay.
Announcements.
Amy Hall will be reading the announcements.
Thank you, Roberta. Thank you. Just speak right into there. Speak right into there. To know me is to know that I love the announcements, so I'm really happy to be here. Yeah. So, there is no religious school this Sunday. That would be tomorrow? No. What is today? Oh my gosh. I'm all akimbo from the holiday. There's no religious school this Sunday, November 30th. But we will be holding a family service on Friday, December 5th. Religious school students will participate in the service. It'll be fun. And pizza will be served for the kids before services, and there will be a regular oneg following services. So please RSVP if you plan on attending the pizza dinner beforehand. Save the date. The Beth Shalom Hanukkah event will take place right here on Sunday, December 14th at 5:30. There will be menorah lighting, singing, menorah making, dreidel playing, latkes, and donuts. We will also be putting together a memory time capsule. So bring your Beth Shalom memories to record or questions to ask other members to spark their memories. So give the gift of a memory this Hanukkah. Shorashim, that's for the little ones, will have its first Music with Megan class on Sunday, December 14th from 9:30 a.m. to 10:15. So it's a 45-minute thing. So this is a grown-up and me class for children ages 0 to 2. So this is free for Beth Shalom members and non-members. Please register online for $18 per family per session. So cute. Don't miss adult education session with Rabbi Grand on Wednesday, January 14th. There's another one in December too. I just put it on the calendar today. Look online on the calendar. I think there's also one on December 22nd at 7 p.m. So that's a Zoom session with Rabbi Grand. So if you go to the website, cbsnapa.org, if you go to happenings, and all the events are there. So anything that I say, always fact check me. So register online, you'll get the Zoom link for that adult ed session with Rabbi Grand. This is a non-official announcement, but Gordon and I will be playing some music together at the Fink this Wednesday, December 3rd. So if you're curious about that, ask me more when I'm pouring wine at the Oneg, just after services. But do save the date because there are these really exciting events coming up soon. So consult the website for details. It's all on the website, but I'll tell you, number one, on Wednesday, January 28th, we'll have Michal Lev-Ram will be coming to speak to us. She is the co-host of a weekly podcast called What's Your Number? You can listen to it now on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and it's produced by ARC Media, and it's basically like Marketplace for Israel. So every week they interview luminaries in the Israeli economy. They talk about what's going on and how the Israeli economy is connecting with the world and the world is affecting the Israeli economy. It's fascinating. She's an editor for Fortune magazine, and she's written for CNN Money. And I mean, she's so accomplished. We're really lucky to have her here. She's very dynamic. Start listening to her podcast now. It'll get you in the mood. Also, we're going to have a Torah yoga session on Sunday, February 15th. Some may know that I went to a Torah yoga session in Connecticut with the founder of Torah yoga, Diane Bloomfield. That was this past summer. So she's going to be visiting us from Jerusalem. She is a dedicated student of Torah and a very accomplished yogi. So it's about bringing the wisdom of Torah like into the body. It's really profound, and that's going to be a day retreat that will benefit Napa, benefit Beth Shalom. It'll take place at Napa Valley Yoga Center. Well, and it's going to be amazing. And then Diane will also be doing a book signing here on Wednesday, February 18th. She has 2 books, one about Torah yoga, one about Hebrew as a pathway to the Jewish soul, and no Hebrew knowledge required. It's very beautiful, mystical stuff. And then our winter fundraiser, A Night at the Cabaret, will take place on Saturday, February 28th. So a lot of neat stuff coming up in January and February. Okay, so I'm reading here that baked goods is the request of the moment, but I've been told that we've been receiving a lot of amazing baked goods. So apparently we're still requesting them, but I'm also going to give a shout out to the membership for bringing baked goods to help our own eggs be sweeter by contributing freezable baked goods such as cookies, bars, loaf, bundt cakes, brownies. And please mark if your baked goods contain nuts or if they happen to be gluten-free. So Beth Shalom will receive 80% of the sale price of any vehicle donated. It can be a car, it can be a boat, and you need not live in Napa to participate. So tell your friends and family if they want to get rid of an old car or boat. If they sell through this program, we receive 80% of the sale price, and then they get the tax benefit, the tax write-off. So it's win-win. And the most recent Beth Shalom newsletter with information on all these events and so much more is available on our website. And there's also a flyer that is on the table right in the foyer that you can take home with you that shows all the upcoming events for November, which is almost concluding. We are at the end of that. So the December event sheet will be available next week. Tonight's Oneg is sponsored, thank you very much, by Kathleen Conry. And we'd like to give warm wishes to this week's birthdays and anniversaries. So happy birthday to Judy Dumond, Elliot Maluso, Rebecca Blum, Murray Wolf, Samuel Luros, Aaron Ladrigan, and Marcia Huber. Happy anniversary to Larry and Linda Miller, and Ava and Tabitha Valenti Bird, and Shabbat Shalom. All right, well, thank you.
Yes, I want to add to the thanks to everybody for, number one, being here, and to everyone who brings in food for the Onegs. We've been doing well, and thank you all. Okay. I think this is the time where we start turning our thoughts to those who have left us, people who have died this year and at this time in years past. And this is those who have died in the last year. David Ash, Diane Gallagher, Elizabeth Foster, Diane Roto Persile, Lynn Posner, Shiri Bibas, Ariel Bibas, Kafir Bibas, Sharon Meyer Fuller, Wolfgang Schachter, Yitzhak Elgarat, Chachi Idan, Ohad Yahalomi, Shlomo Mansour, Oded Lifshitz, Fran Dannon, Yvette Abitan, Barbara Gardner, Mark Reisman, Muriel Mickey Koppel, Joel Cohen, Ilana Goldman, Susie Frischman, Judy Lynn, Claude Rua, Alan Jerome Simone, Donna Schechter, Carolyn Goldman, Milo Ben Yona Yoshua, Robin Frank, Mark James Milberg, Joan Wilmert, Bernie Hine, and Buddy Melian. Is there anybody want to add a name to that? We have yahrzeits for this week. Malcolm Naines, Earlene M. Weibel, Sidney Levy, Gilbert Schnitzer, Lee Medine, Benjamin Nehore, Jacob Boverman, Paul Decker, Alice Medine King, Elvira Shore, Berna Joseph Sherman, Melissa Lucas, Rose Cohen, Mariam Mashadi. And does anybody have a name to add? The Kaddish is on page 596. Please rise if you can. $90. 598. 598. Okay. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei rabbah v'alma divra chirutei v'yamlech malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach v'yolam olmei olmaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal shemei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiron b'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. You may be seated. Closing song by Gordon. Oh, good.